and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show where we take you through all the top trending stories of what's happening in and around Dubai. I'm Simran.
And I'm Shahir Al-Kindi.
And our top stories for today are the UAE condemns Houthi terrorists target on civilian areas in Abu Dhabi.
And passengers traveling from the UAE to Mumbai do not have to quarantine for 7 days.
And stray kids smashed their gig in front of VIPs and South Korean president at Expo 2020, as well as Dubai lawyer Omar Heloo shares insights on the new labor laws. So if you want to find out more on that, it's later on in the show, so keep watching. But first, Shahir, something exciting I saw last night.
Tell me.
A teaser of Anas Bokash's new interview with Sadhguru.
No way, actually.
Yeah, so he's pretty huge in India. So what he is, he's like a yoga instructor, a yoga guru, not instructor, and a spiritual preacher. So he's all about human empowerment and planet consciousness. So, I mean, like his conversations are quite like insightful, enlightening. So to have Anas interview him and just bring out all that information, it's like that, to introduce him in this to this region, it's going to be quite interesting.
I think that's amazing. He's going to be targeting a ton of audience.
Yeah.
It's just going to flourish, you know, the amount of people that are going to be watching the show. And Anas really knows how to ask the questions that, let's say if we're speaking, if I have a question I want to ask you as a friend, that's his conversational style, you know?
Yeah.
His conversation style.
Very true. I mean, we've seen his interviews and the way he can just dig out those answers.
Exactly what you want.
Right? Like, these are the questions you want to ask these, like a lot of celebrities and personalities that go onto his show. He asks the questions that no one else really delves into.
Exactly, and he makes people feel comfortable. I think he doesn't form it in a way where it's an interview. It's literally more of a conversation. It's like you're sitting down with a friend having coffee. So I'm actually looking forward to what's going to come out of this.
Right? It comes out today.
Okay.
I think 9 p.m. from the teaser.
Okay, sweet.
But go on.
It's going to be insightful, I think. A lot of people are more aware of what needs to be done in terms of inner healing and exuding positivity, and it's just going to permeate throughout social media, and I think it's going to be really good.
Exactly, I completely agree, and this is something, I mean, like, conversations like this really help listeners become more open-minded about so many topics. So,
and having someone so wise,
yes,
and his tone of voice is exactly what we need.
We are fangirling. Here's fangirling.
We should play it throughout the whole office instead of the morning affirmations.
Oh my God. Yes. But we haven't heard those in a while, Shahir.
I know, but now we have the speaker, the surround system. So basically this new office, we've got speakers all over. I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to have everyone have a good time.
Oh my God, sounds like a plan. Apart from that, we also have a new office cat.
Oh yeah, the cat!
Amy, our content director, wants to name the cat Augie. You want to name it
Gloria. Gloria is so appropriate. She has glorious eyes.
Wow.
Don't you think?
I only associate Gloria to Sofia Vergara.
Do you associate names with people? Like, do you think people's names fit their personality?
I think so, no?
Do you think you're a Simran?
I think I am. I feel like you are such a Shahir.
I literally definitively am. Like,
yeah.
There's no way about it. I'm also named after my uncle, so shout out to him if he's watching.
Are you guys similar?
He's like wise. He's put together in ways that I'm not. You
are so wise. I mean, honestly, for your age, you're so mature. It's amazing, dude. Like, I've never met anyone like you. So unique.
Stop, Simran. Thank you. But what does your name mean? Does Simran have a meaning behind it?
So, quickly, my dad, he got my spelling wrong. So when he was writing my birth certificate, so my name has no meaning, but the correct spelling is supposed to mean spiritual.
How's it? Yeah, it means like popular, famous.
You?
Yeah. But what was your name supposed to be?
It was supposed to mean spiritual. God knows.
And the pronunciation, what would that have been?
Simran minus N. Anyway, but guys, hoping Casey a quick and speedy recovery because she just got her booster shot, so she's feeling a little under the weather.
We're missing you, Case.
We're missing you, and we move on to our very first story. The UAE condemns Houthi terrorists' target on civilian areas in Abu Dhabi. Now, the UAE Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation issued a statement condemning the Houthi terrorists' targeting of civilian areas and facilities in the country yesterday, and this is tragic news, and it also called on the international community to condemn and completely reject these terrorist acts. The ministry expressed its sincere condolences to the family of the deceased and wished a speedy recovery to the injured of the families. Now, yesterday's explosions are believed to be caused by drones and are being extensively investigated after 3 lives were claimed, 1 of a Pakistani and 2 of Indian nationals.
The ministry believes that the terrorist militia is spreading terrorism and chaos in the region in order to achieve its illegal aims and objectives. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that the UAE reserves the right to respond to these sinister attacks and describes them as heinous crimes committed by the Houthi militia outside international and humanitarian laws.
Now, the international community has joined the UAE in condemning the attacks, including the United States and the UK. In a statement made today, the US National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, said, "Our commitment to the security of the UAE is unwavering, and we stand beside our Emirati partners against all threats to their territory." And yesterday was a very, it shakes you when you hear of such incidents, right? The UAE is so safe, and they have the best bilateral ties with all the neighboring countries and countries around the world. So when incidents like this happen, you just get like a jolt, you just want to value those closest to you and, just show your appreciation, because it's a small, these things just wake you up.
100%. And we're sending our condolences and respects to the families of the victims.
Yeah.
And it's true what you said. We are in one of the safest countries in the world. The authorities over here do everything they can to keep us as safe as possible. People are a bit shaken, but it is worth acknowledging that everything is done to keep us as safe and as protected as possible.
Yeah.
So that fear shouldn't linger for too long. Obviously, we're all concerned for our safety, but even prior stories that we've done before, the proactivity of the authorities over here gives you a sense of safety and security.
Very true.
And yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers do go out to the victims and their families, because there were a couple injured as well, like Shahir said. And yes, so on point, the proactivity of the country and the authorities, it's incredible. And it's like you have that assurity that all precautions are being taken and all measures are being put in place to ensure that nothing else. I'm sure all security measures have been amped up
100%
since yesterday. But yeah.
Moving on to our second story, passengers traveling from the UAE to Mumbai do not have to quarantine for 7 days. According to the latest guidelines issued by the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, passengers traveling to the city of Mumbai, aka Bombay in India, from the UAE will no longer have to quarantine for 7 days.
Now, this came into effect as of last night, and moreover, the circular mentioned that no RT-PCR tests will be required upon arrival at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, which is the Mumbai airport, since the UAE is not listed under the at-risk countries. Now, that was, when I read that, I was just like, it's interesting, but how good of an idea is that, not having RT-PCR tests at all? You know what I mean?
Good point. I didn't think of that. But also, for example, yesterday I was speaking to my friend over the phone, and he was saying he's in England. With the amount of cases over there, the amount of cases increasing everywhere, the numbers are higher, but it's not as detrimental to your health.
Yeah.
The majority of the world is getting vaccinated.
For sure, but then there are so many factors that come into play, right? Even those vaccinated are getting the virus, and then you don't know which variant of the virus you get, Omicron or Delta or Beta or I don't know. Alpha.
There's Demicron now?
Demicron, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They've missed out a complete, there's another Greek letter that they've just missed out and just mixed Delta and Omicron?
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's what happened. That's true, and you're obviously going to be around your family and friends when traveling.
Yeah.
So it's...
We've had this discussion before on the show, should PCR tests be removed altogether from airport and travel regulations? Is that something that's holding people back, holding the travel industry back?
Is this a new normal, basically? Is that what you're saying?
As in, there's no need of it, but I mean, with cases rising, especially now, you would feel like testing is required right now as a third 100%. Wave is taking over the world. But people traveling from the UAE to any country, they will need to get a PCR test done here before they travel.
Exactly.
But Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's no harm in getting a second PCR test done
Honestly,
at
it's
landing airports.
again like better safe than sorry. You
Yeah.
know, you want to keep the people around you and yourself safe. And honestly, I think this isn't going to be a thing for much longer. Last time also in the show, we were talking about how measures are required for you to be traveling again, and there's all these travel restrictions around different countries. But also at this point, I think towards the end of the year, we're all good. Sorry. We're going to be all good to just live a normal life.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. Fingers crossed.
Sometimes I'm so grateful for masks. Other times it's just like you want to take it, tear it, throw it, burn it, you know?
But also better safe than sorry, because no one wants a 3K fine on their hands.
Very, very true.
So like do it in the safety of your own house, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just like itches, but yeah, otherwise, like sometimes it's such a blessing when someone's breath stinks and you're like, thank God we have masks now. But other than that, like it's the news of Mumbai airports, like the authorities saying that PCR tests are not required. It's concerned, like in one way, it's like you have a couple of questions, but other than that, it's great news. Like you don't have to quarantine for 7 days. Passengers arriving from the UAE, so it's great for those looking to go on business trips and meet their families and all of that. But moving on to our next story now, Stray Kids smashed their gig in front of VIPs and South Korean president at Expo 2020 Dubai. Now, right under the stunning Al Wasl Dome, K-pop's beloved boy band Stray Kids stole the show on Sunday, January 16th, wearing modern hanboks, which are traditional Korean attires. Now, SKZ, their short form, made fans hella proud with their power-packed performance that even got the South Korean president swaying on his seat. Clearly, the urge to get up and break into a dance was just too strong amongst the audience, but they kept it under control.
The handsome band performed Thunderous. Do you know the song?
No,
a rap track that embodies Korean culture, making the gig just the ideal opening act for Expo 2020 Dubai's Korean Week.
Now, stays are eating up the fact that their idols are have not only nailed the performance, but they are also ambassadors of the Korean Pavilion at Expo 2020 Dubai. So, not only Stray Kids, but Psy also performed.
No, he
Yes.
didn't. What? It's
Guess
been a
the
while.
song.
Huh.
Oh.
I know. Gangnam Style.
Shahir.
Oh yeah.
You're a genius.
But you know what's crazy about the expo? All of these performers are coming from all over the world. I've never seen it's like a 6-month long festival.
Yeah.
We've had everyone from Alicia Keys, who else? I can't think of anyone at the top of my head.
We've had so many, like we've had so many sports celebrities, Messi,
Nancy Ajram.
Nancy Ajram, Anthony Joshua, so many of them grace us. Bill Gates.
Oh yeah. I feel like it's a Hollywood Walk of Fame, but it's an entire
like
surrounding.
all walks of life. Amar Diab.
Oh yeah.
A.R. Rahman.
There's a few more months of Expo, and honestly, I'm just looking forward to see what's to come. My parents went there over the weekend for the first time, and they were shocked by everything.
Did they like your pavilion?
Yes, thank you so much for the recommendation. My mom's in love with her plants, and Simran gave us a recommendation of going to
Singapore?
Oh yeah. And she had the best time. I didn't go with them, I couldn't, but my mom was over the moon.
Did she go to Oman's pavilion?
Yeah, they went to Oman, they went to Tanzania.
Oh.
Back to our roots. And they had all these crystals in the Tanzanian pavilion, and my sister's really into crystals, so she was really happy. But yeah, that's the thing, like, that's what's so amazing. There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
There's performers from all over the world. It's not just like your typical A-listers that you hear of every day. It's people that people listen to.
Yeah, exactly.
And music that you're into. There's literally something for everyone.
And honestly, we had the best. Every time I go, we have such a good time. And remember the last time we went? It was during the summers. Like, it was kind of warm, but still such a good time.
You didn't feel the heat at all, by the way.
Exactly.
Do you remember? Like,
what?
you're my favorite person to go to the expo with, by the way. Like, you know how to make it fun. Well, it is fun regardless, but like, I don't know.
But yeah, it was fun. We saw the mummy that day, like so many
Oh yeah.
fun things. Where we had waffles.
Oh yeah. Oh, on Simra's expense. What more could you ask for?
Right. But speaking a little more about the Expo, on the occasion of Korean Day at Expo, His Excellency Moon Jae-in, President of the Republic of Korea, was welcomed by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, and His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan Mubarak Al Nahyan, UAE Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence and Commissioner General of Expo 2020 in Dubai. So it was a big day at Expo this weekend. A lot of dignitaries and VIPs were welcomed and celebrated. But yes, guys, I think anytime you go down to the Expo, you are bound to meet someone famous.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. The chances are in your favor.
You're right.
If that's not a reason to go, then I don't know what is. No, but there's a lot. But that's so true. You 1000%. There's someone here every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
Like you might just bump into Shahir Al Kindi at Expo, you know, like.
And my favorite thing is, you know, when Usain Bolt came and he was running for charity, like, it's not just celebrities coming to town.
Yeah.
They're integrating into society. Usain Bolt was so nice. You were there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was so nice to everyone. He was speaking to everyone. He was running with everyone.
Yeah, people were just like brushing past him, like, oops, sorry.
Oh, didn't mean to. Not gonna wash my elbow for 3 weeks now.
I'm gonna sell his sweat on eBay.
Scraping the skin cells.
Oh my god, we should never meet famous people.
We really shouldn't.
We'll just embarrass them, us, everyone. But yeah, that's
Moving
all for
on.
today. That's not really all for today.
We have Omar Al Heloo coming up next to tell us more about the new
labor laws
and what the work days mean for everyone. So stay
tuned.
put.
Yes. Right after the short break.
Oh yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, and it's official. The latest UAE labor law states that private sector employees are entitled to 30 days off annually, and here to tell us more about what the rules are and what it means is lawyer Omar Al Heloo from Hadith and Partners. Welcome on the show.
Hi, thank you very much to having me again in Lovin Dubai.
Yes, we had like our response and engagement was so much last time you came.
Thank you.
And you addressed so many questions and all of that. But first, you tell me before the show what your last name means. Hello.
It's Al Heloo.
Al Heloo.
Al Heloo means sweet, beautiful, or handsome. You know, Al Heloo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then what's halwa?
Halwa, it's sweet.
Okay.
Dessert.
Two words for
yeah,
sweet.
So yeah.
I know my Arabic. But there's so many new UAE labor laws that came into effect this year, and they'll be coming into effect from February, right?
Yes, 2nd of February, inshallah.
Yes, so people have so many questions on that and so many like doubts. So we'll speak a little bit more about that as well. Now, could you please give us an overview of what the rules are exactly?
Actually, the labor law, there are a lot of rules has been implemented by the UAE government in the labor law and employment laws. I think we cannot cover them all today. So I think today it's important to discuss the rules of the holidays, the annual leaves.
Yes.
Because in terms of holidays, there are annual leaves, maternity leaves, parental leaves, study leaves, national service leave, and leave without a salary. So for the purpose of today, we will discuss the annual leaves. Based on the law, if your service period is more than 1 year and more, so you can entitled for minimum 30 calendar days.
Okay.
If your service more than 6 months and below 1 year, you are entitled for 2 days monthly.
Okay.
So
that
for
doesn't
example,
include the weekends.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, it does include the weekends. So the weekends and any public holidays will be considered as a part of your annual leave. It has been changed now.
What?
Unless otherwise,
Okay.
your contract stipulated something else, which is more beneficial for the employees, or the executive regulation, which will be issued by the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization, stipulated also something more beneficial for the employees.
Okay, so there are lots of workers in the private sector now. For example, if you're working in the call center, if you work in customer service, they're required to work maybe 6 days a week. Like they have different shifts, different timings. Now,
Yes.
you're saying that they're entitled to 2 days off per month. Sorry, not 2 days off. 2 days
Depends
off
on
per
your
week.
services.
Depends on the services.
Separate between the weekends
Okay.
and the annual leaves.
Annual leaves. Okay.
The weekends minimum, the employees has entitled to get 1 rest day.
1 rest day.
Minimum.
Okay.
It could be increased for 2, 3, 4. It's up to the employer. The annual leaves, it's totally different. The annual leave, again, 30 calendar days yearly.
Okay.
If your service 1 year and more, if your service below 1 year, you are entitled, and more than 6 months, you are entitled for 2 days monthly.
Monthly. Okay.
And you can take it after the probation period, which is maximum 6 months.
Okay.
And this is the practice actually.
So now if you don't get the 30 days, if you don't use up all 30 days, can it carry over? That depends on company to company.
Yeah, exactly. You can carry it over. Basically, as per the law, the employer shall not prevent the employee to get his annual leave more than 2 years. The employee should take his leave on the yearly basis, but sometimes the nature of the work, the business needs, maybe require the employee to work for, whole year. But the employer cannot prevent the employee to benefit from his annual leave more than 2 years, unless otherwise the employee decided to carry it forward for more than 2 years or get cash compensation for these annual leaves.
Okay, understood. Now, does this rule come into play when an employee is on a probation period or no?
It depends on the employer. So if the employer decided to grant the employee part of his annual leave before the 6 months ended, yeah, he can do this and he can actually benefit from that. The employee, this is one of the difference actually. Nowadays, if the employee didn't pass the probation period, he can get compensation for the annual leaves for the period that he worked with the employer.
Okay, got
which is 2 days monthly.
It
will be
monthly.
proportioned actually, will be calculated based on proportion.
And now employees can complain against their employer if they're getting anything less or if they're not, if the companies, can the employee complain?
Yeah, of course.
So how do they complain?
They can file a complaint before the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization.
So what is the process for the complaint? Like, do they call or do they have to visit the
there is a call center.
Yeah.
And you can also by filing your complaint by online system with the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization. It's very easy, straightforward.
And the laws will be in their favor.
In terms of the annual leaves, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So how does this affect part-time employees?
The part-time employees, again, it will be calculated based on the actual working hours.
Okay.
More details will be provided by the executive regulations, which has been actually signed and confirmed by the UAE cabinet last Friday.
Okay.
So maybe end of this week or the week after, we will have the full executive regulations, which will explain in more details the employment law to all employees and employers.
Okay.
And we can get more answers.
Okay, interesting. Now with sick leaves, right? Now, what is the law exactly with sick leaves?
Okay.
Have they changed?
Sick leave is different than annual leave.
Yeah.
Okay. The law has been changed. The employer can get 90 days. First 45 days will be with the full salary.
First 45 days.
45 sick leave.
Sick leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I think 30 days with half salary.
First 45 days with full salary.
Second, then the
30 more days.
30 more days, half salary.
Half salary.
And the last, is it 15? No, 40 plus. So
70,
20, 75. I think, the last 15 days.
Yeah.
The last 15 days will be without salary.
Will be without salary. Okay,
Yes.
got it. So it's 90 days of sick leaves per year. So 45 days full pay, 30 days half pay, and then the last 15 no pay.
No pay.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, companies that you know, sick leaves happen very like in the moment. You can't really plan your sick
صح.
leaves. So a lot of companies have a thing like, okay, if you're taking a sick leave, you have to compensate for the day. You have to pay us. Like we're not going to be. It's not going to be a paid sick leave. Now, can employees complain?
Of course, the law is the law.
The law is
It's
the
very
law.
clear on this part.
For part-time freelancers, full-time.
Part-time freelancers and any other kind of working, the executive regulations will stipulate and demonstrate how the sick leave will be applied to them.
Okay, that is so interesting. Yes. So you are well within your rights to complain against your employer if you are not getting a paid sick leave.
Yes.
That is so interesting.
Yes.
Now, how does the new rule take into account a business environment?
In terms of the annual leaves, you mean? I mean, if you submit an annual leave request to your employer, how the business environment will affect your application?
Yes, like if it's you know, like if it's a very like that term that Q3, like you know what, each quarter has its own. How things are going at the time, how busy the company is.
Yes.
So if the company is really busy, do they have the rights to say like, no, you can't, you're not granted this leave?
Yeah, the employer actually has a right to, based on the business nature, based on the business needs, actually do it like a schedule of leave for all his employees.
Okay.
Of course, the employer can reject your application, but his rejection should be based on a valid, acceptable reason. Which is actually related to the business needs.
Right.
If the employer actually provide or do like a schedule of leave for his employees, he should inform and notify the employee 30 days in advance about his leave.
Okay.
So he cannot come today and said, okay, tomorrow's your leave. Anyway, no. He should inform you and notify you in advance. 30 days before the day, before the leave.
So some companies can even make a schedule of when they can approve, I mean, when each employee can go on leave.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Yes. Now, what happens if an employee ends up working during the annual leave? Is there any form of compensation?
Again, it's up to the internal policies of the company, and he should, of course, get a compensation of such day which he work on. Okay, so either another day off, or he can. If the internal policy, provide the employee to get a cash payment, it's fine.
Okay, that's interesting. Now I want to ask you a little bit about overtime because a lot of employees.
Overtime, it's something else. And okay, the overtime, it has a specific calculation with it. Again, as per the law, you cannot work more than 8 hours a day.
Okay.
If you work more than 8 hours, you are entitled for overtime period. The overtime should not, I hope that I am correct here, should not be more than 2 hours a day.
Okay.
And you will be compensated for this extra hours. How this will be calculated? It will be 50% of your basic salary, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, interesting. So there is a form of compensation no matter like what the percentage is.
Yes.
Okay. And all full-time employees are subject to this. I mean, they will be granted, it should be applicable to them. Okay. Yeah. That is so interesting. And I think a lot of people, like we put it on our social media, like you're joining us on the show and they're like, oh my God, we got to get in our questions.
Yeah. Oh my God. So let's see.
Let me maybe filter out a few questions because you know people go like crazy. It's like, oh, a lawyer, free lawyer advice.
Only employment now.
Okay, fine. We'll
no, I'm joking.
Okay, anything we can ask. Anything.
Any questions? If I don't know, I would say I don't know.
Okay, fine. So for golden visa holders, do we still require a work permit to work for semi-government organizations? Would you know anything about that?
What I know is that you should have a 5 years visa. That you should spend 5 years in UAE, working in UAE, in order to apply for the golden visa. This is what I know. What is the other requirements? Of course, there are more other requirements, but because 2 days ago I've asked someone, he said you should work in UAE for at least 5 years to get a golden visa.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. So check with the relevant authorities.
Gotcha. Now, how do foreign lawyers practice law in Dubai? Any requirements or yeah?
Yes, you have to apply to the Dubai Legal Affairs Department.
Dubai Legal Affairs Department.
Yes,
okay.
and you have to submit your application there. They will assess your application, and if you are eligible, you can practice the law in the UAE. But you have to practice in a licensed law firm, either a local law firm or international law firm.
Okay, so people, like, even if I've gotten my degree from the UK or the US or India, Canada, anywhere,
yes.
international lawyers, they have to come here and apply at this.
They should enroll or sign a contract with a licensed law firm in the UAE.
Law firm, okay.
Then apply to the Legal Affairs Department to accept your application, and you will be one of the practicing lawyer in Dubai.
Interesting.
This is in Dubai.
In Dubai.
Okay.
Not other Emirates, specifically in Dubai.
Yeah.
Now, can I get 2 days off for a month? Is it against the law? Okay, so once someone asked,
this is a good question.
Mark Fernandez, can I get 2 days? And I only get 2 off for a month? Is it against the law or no?
2 days off a month.
Yeah.
It's against the law if his service period 1 year or more, because it's a 30 days a year divided by 12 is 2.5.
Yeah.
If his service below 1 year, more than 6 months, it's 2 days a month.
It's 2 days a month.
Yes.
So if he
depends on his service.
So if he works like less than a year, it's legal.
Less than a year,
so it's 6 months
legal.
to less than a year.
Yes.
And if he's working for a year or plus, it's illegal.
Yeah, because he should get a half monthly. So 2.5 days monthly.
Got it. Okay.
Got it? Great.
Get that, Mark?
And this is the minimum, huh?
Minimum.
Yes.
Mark asking the right questions. Okay, do you need to get a visa before you rent an apartment in Dubai?
I don't know.
No. Is it, this one's funny. Is it illegal if I use my neighbor's Wi-Fi?
This is a question. But how? Okay, if his neighbor actually put it without a password, so it's sort of gift. I don't think so.
You just said sort of a gift.
I mean, in the law previously, if you use the electricity or taking water from your neighbor, it will be considered a crime.
Okay.
Using the Wi-Fi could be. Yes,
could be?
Could be.
Oh, so they can complain saying this person is using my Wi-Fi, but then...
But how come? I mean, how come if there is a password?
Okay, imagine I'm friends with my neighbor, go to the house, get the password, come back and use their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I mean, if you file a complaint against your neighbor, if I'm your neighbor, I will come and say, she consent by providing me with her passport, and this is the WhatsApp, she sent me the password. So how shall she come now and complain?
Okay.
You see, it's case by case.
Interesting.
You know,
if they abuse the Wi-Fi, you know, like downloading a million things and getting.
But the Wi-Fi has no limitation.
Okay,
you
right.
can download whatever you want.
You can do whatever.
But if you affect the speed of the Wi-Fi because you are watching, for example, a movie or whatever.
Streaming, yeah.
But still, it's practically speaking, be more practical, guys.
Okay, so this is interesting for marriage. Now, how do I sign a marriage contract that secures your future after a divorce? Someone's going into the marriage life thinking of divorce.
The UAE law protect both parties, the man and the woman, under the personal status law, in terms of marriage and in terms of the divorce. So if you are now thinking about the marriage, please stick with the marriage. Don't think about the divorce. If you reach that level, then ask the question.
So, okay, what would you say, prenup, pro or against? Should you sign prenups? Is it always good and safe to sign?
Well, if you have a condition, if you have something you want to protect yourself, sign. I mean, you can stipulate in the marriage contract, it's fine under the UAE law. For example, if the lady wants to work, she can stipulate in the marriage contract, say that the husband has no right to prevent the wife from working or from studying, or because it's a condition. The marriage, it's a contract.
Okay.
So you can stipulate whatever is acceptable by the UAE law.
Interesting. And if one of the parties breaches that, they can go to court
Of course,
with it.
of course, yes.
And going back to leaves, I want to ask about sabbatical leaves. Are companies entitled to give sabbatical
Yes,
leaves?
yes.
Of how long?
It's up to the employer to decide.
Up to the employer to decide.
Yes.
But is there a minimum time period?
No minimum. It's up to your employer to say, okay, you have 1 month, you have 2 months, you have 1 year.
So they sabbatical
Without salary at the end. You know.
Without salary.
Of course, sabbatical. How can you get
sabbatical or paid leaves? No, paid study leaves?
No, study leave is different than sabbatical.
Okay.
Study leave, you have 10 working days.
10 working days.
For study and to do the exams. Yes.
Okay.
But sabbatical is without, this is my understanding, sabbatical is without salary.
I'm sure you're right. Yeah. My bad. Thank you so much for clarifying all these rules and regulations for us. The UAE is undergoing a lot of changes. So with that, we have a lot of questions. You've addressed them. I'm sure we'll have many more in the future. So thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Yes.
Thanks.
Omar, Heloo, everyone. And that's all for today's show. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place.